Hallo Freunde, einen schönen guten Abend. Ich freue mich sehr, dass ihr da seid, dass ihr euch hoffentlich mit einem Drink oder zwei oder drei es kurz auf der Couch gemütlich gemacht habt, nachdem ihr eure Zoom-Calls beendet habt, nachdem ihr eure Wall Street Trading Sessions beendet habt. Das ist besonders, das ist ganz toll. Die Börsen haben jetzt noch bis, ich glaube in Deutschland bis 22:30 Uhr auf die New Yorker Börsen. Also wenn ihr da noch kurz BlackBerry kaufen wollt, Nokia kaufen wollt und GameStop kaufen wollt, noch ist es möglich gerade, dass ihr nicht die allerschlimmsten, peinlichen Höchstpreise kauft, weil es wird weiter steigen, habe ich gehört von ganz vielen Freunden, die mir nur noch Textnachrichten mit so großen Buchstaben schreiben, weil sie es einfach selber nicht fassen können, weil sie mich reinholen wollen in diesen Kosmos. Ich muss sagen, ich bin vor langer Zeit mit BlackBerry-Aktien eingestiegen, zu einer Zeit, als ich wirklich mehr dran glaubte, einfach weil ich die Geräte geliebt habe früher. Ich hatte einen BlackBerry Bold 9900 nach dem anderen und ich bin jetzt heute ausgestiegen mit einem Zuwachs von 230%. Das ist genug Geprahle von meiner Seite, aber ich glaube, ich hatte selten so ein tolleres Erfolgserlebnis. Ich hoffe, es geht euch nicht unähnlich, was auch immer ihr gerade an Bets am Laufen habt. Wir sind wieder heute Abend hier im The Latest Talk auf dem Kudamm zum The Latest Talk mit Business Punk, wo wir uns mit Unternehmern, Gründern, Menschen mit Ideen unterhalten über ihre Visionen. Hier wird Innovation quasi greifbar und erlebbar. And for the very first time, we'll be doing this whole session in English because tonight our guest will be joining us from the US. It's going to be Justin Wang, co-founder and CEO of LARQ, a California-based company, and he'll be talking about building a business and having an impact on the world with entrepreneurship. Justin, may I ask you to join this call right now? And if you're or any other place in this beautiful world, let me give you a rundown on Business Punk magazine. We are a German business and lifestyle magazine based in Berlin. We focus on young entrepreneurship. We focus on startups, scale-ups, on personal finance, on tech. My name is Alexander Lange. I'm the editor-in-chief of Business Punk magazine. And if you don't know us by now, please make sure to do follow us on Instagram for the latest and the most inspiring and extraordinary stuff happening in the world of business today. Justin, are you in this Instagram live call right now? Has he joined? Perfect. Wonderful. Thanks for joining, and a good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Great, thank you.
Glad to be on.
Justin, what am I holding? What am I holding here right now in my hand? What is that?
That's the LARQ bottle. It is a beautifully designed water bottle that both purifies water and it helps to keep your water bottle clean. So we call it a self-cleaning bottle that also purifies water on the go.
How exactly does it work?
We have a proprietary technology called PureVis. And what that does, it's uses actually spectrums of light and UVC spectrum that not only purifies the water with a simple press of a button. You can see this is my water bottle turning on. In 60 seconds, it will purify the water inside. But because UVC is what we call a line of sight technology, what that means is not only does it penetrate through the water, it also hits the inner surface of the water bottle. So not only does it purify the water, it also helps to maintain the cleanliness of the inner surface. So if you ever had that like stinky water bottle syndrome where you open the water bottle and you take a sniff and doesn't smell very good after a few days, we help to prevent that. So overall, delivering a better experience that's not only safer and more healthy for the user, but it is also a better experience throughout its life cycle. You have to wash it less, is more convenient.
And just to make sure, just to be clear on it, it's only for water, or is it also for other beverages?
It's primarily designed for water, but of course you could use other beverages. It is a stainless steel double wall insulated water bottle that you could use for other things. But you know, if you do that, we do recommend that you wash it more often. So,
and you call, maybe talking about your vision, you call LARQ a 360-degree hydration company. What does that mean?
It means that, you know, we are ultimately what the mission of LARQ is to solve the hydration issues that we face today as a society. And for us, that's two things. That's, you know, having access to better for you, healthier water, but at the same time, also doing so in a way that's more sustainable and environmentally friendly. Today, the hydration market is dominated by a $300 billion elephant in the room, and that's single-use plastic water bottles. We go through to the tune of about 1 million single-use water bottles every single minute, and almost 90-something% are never recycled, and they end up in the oceans. Sustainable options are growing, right? Whether you're talking about Yeti, Hydro Flask, Doppler in Europe, but they're only about 7-8% of the overall industry. And that there's a gap that needs to be filled, whether that's with convenience, access to safer water, or just the experience, making the water taste better. So we're trying to not only innovate around this form factor, we have a number of other new products coming out in the future that we want to make sure that we're meeting that consumer where their pain point is and making sure we're delivering a healthier and more sustainable experience overall that uses essentially technology and great product design to get there.
But take us back to the now ancient times of the year 2017. How did you follow through with your vision of building this company?
That does feel like it's like 20 years ago now, doesn't it? A different world, especially after last year. So, we started with a very, very, what I like to call consumer-centric approach to product innovation and product design. We probably spent the first almost 6-7 months just understanding, why is it, we asked a very central question of why is it that despite the explosion of this interest in sustainable options from all those brands I just mentioned, that there's still a very, very tiny fraction of the overall market. And what we found was that consumers, loved their reusable water bottle, but they had 3 primary issues. And that is their water bottle got dirty really quickly. Once they were dirty, they were hard to clean. And 2, they were kind of stinky once they were dirty. And then number 3, maybe most importantly, that people typically trusted the water they had at home because they had some kind of system set up. But when they were on the go, they wanted access to, cleaner, safer drinking water. So those 3 things were the primary pain points that we wanted to kind of design a product around. And that's when, we decided then to put pen to paper to design the LARQ bottle. But first making sure that we really understood that consumer journey and really understood why consumers may want to opt for a non-sustainable single-use option. So that's why we designed a water bottle with those features that I mentioned earlier in a very clean and award-winning kind of outer design. And, we've picked up a number of awards for the product design over the years, including a Red Dot Award, IF Award. So, we're very proud of that. And then, ultimately, we want to also deliver something that the consumer is very proud to display and use because that will help them keep that healthier and more sustainable habit as well.
And right now, Justin, we're seeing lots of innovation in the fields of, let's say home utilities, and we're seeing lots of innovation in the nutrition sector. And you're kind of at the crossroads with LARQ. What are some of the other products that you're building going forward or that you have in mind?
Absolutely. And, we, like you mentioned earlier, our vision is to be a 360 hydration brand. And what that means is that we try to be at, ultimately, the vision over the next few years is connect with our consumers more often at that hydration point, right? That point of use. And, one of the major trends recently, especially in 2020, is that we're doing more and more of our hydration at home. So we want to make sure that we have a home solution. So we are launching something called the LARQ Pitcher or Jug for Europe that is launching in Q2 of this year. It is a well-designed water pitcher that will both filter and purify the water with an elevated design. So, we are starting to branch out into different touch points with that consumer. So LARQ bottle is only the beginning of this journey. And we want to make sure, we're impacting that hydration journey for a consumer in a positive way in terms of health and sustainability.
Let's get back to the business punk aspect of the talk. If I'm a young entrepreneur in the year 2021 and I want to change the world for the better, so to speak, by using entrepreneurship, what advice would you give me?
Oh, it's, I think every journey is so unique. I think you just have to, but I will say, I think one commonality is that no journey is easy, right? Entrepreneurship is, it's kind of the bright and shining thing over the last, 5-10 years that everyone is pursuing. I think it's hard. So a couple of things. I think one is make sure you do something you're passionate about. That's going to get you out of the bed. Imagine the worst day you can have when, maybe you don't know if you're going to make payroll or, where maybe the supply chain is completely collapsed on you, and make sure that is whatever you're working on is something you're going to be passionate about. Make sure that is, that's going to get you out of bed even on the worst day, maybe when you're sick. So that's number one. And I think two is just be a sponge for help. I think no one knows how this journey is going to go. When we started, we had such a tremendous group of advisors and people, and just be shameless, right? And just ask for help. And for most of other entrepreneurs, I think that's been successful on the other side. They realize that the journey is hard, and they're going to be very willing to help if you reach out, if you're humble. And I would say if you ever get to the other side, if you're successful or, have some early success, make sure to pass it forward, right? So I try to make sure that, anytime where, we could take out the time to help other entrepreneurs, we are doing so. And, we're not anywhere close to the end of our journey, but if I could help someone that's earlier on, someone that's, maybe trying to make sure, to navigate trademarks or navigate entity formation, we always try to be helpful and collaborate. So, the community is very important, and you need that around you.
Perfect. Great stuff. Thank you, Justin. Be shameless and ask for help. I'm going to take that home with me tonight. Thanks a lot. Hope you have a great day. Thanks.
You as well. Thanks so much.
And thanks everybody for joining our call at the latest store tonight here in Berlin. Hope you had a great time. Hope you had a, fruitful time actually. And this is if you don't follow us yet, give the latest store, give LARQ, give Business Punk a follow right here on Instagram. Thanks a lot and have a great night. And this is the part where we switch back to German again. Freunde, wenn ihr heute Abend nach diesen ganzen Learnings, nach der Story schon 3 Excel-Sheet-Zeilen tief im selber gründen und Businessplan schreiben seid und völlig aufgekratzt seid, hüpft doch rüber zu Clubhouse, wo meine Kollegin Nicole und Insa einen Abendroutinen-Talk machen, damit ihr wieder runterkommt. Und sonst herzlichen Dank, dass ihr dabei wart, hier im The Latest Store auf dem Kudamm in Berlin. Schaltet nächste Woche wieder ein, wenn wir uns mit einem weiteren Menschen über Innovation, über neue Ideen hier unterhalten. Freue mich auf euch. Bis bald.